smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, yeah. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't no.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. Cody Parkey now, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Space to maneuver at the 40. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. The 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, 75 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. The very first play from scrimmage, how about that? Talk about setting a tone.
And people always talk about doing exactly that in the first 5 minutes of the game, the first offensive and defensive series. Who's going to gain an advantage? Well, we saw exactly what happened there. A tone was definitely set by the offensive team.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Gotta go. Hey, 18.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Trubisky. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Trubisky. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was Ricardo Allen there on the coverage.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Play action. Now Trubisky. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, 44 yards. And the Bears are an extra extra point away from tying the football game. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Ryan, pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5.
Let's go.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can
pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Leonard Floyd coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Now Ryan on second down. And he's going to go down again. Leonard Floyd in there to get him for his second sack of the night. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. He's airing it out for Sanu. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and that will force a turnover on downs. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Deion Jones coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Here's the first carry for Troy Cohen. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are in for 6. Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes the score 14-7. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
This is Cohen. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Hey, gotta go, gotta go.
Now Cohen. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
Hey. Four down.
They run. This is Cohen. And a broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. And he slings one that's incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the...
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Parkey adds the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Leonard Floyd bringing the pressure again, and that is his third sack here tonight. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the shotgun, Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. Well, I thought they should have punted before. Now they probably definitely need to punt, right?
Yeah, we did a little mind melding there, didn't we? Because I was wondering, why are you out there if you're not going to punt it in the first place? Now I don't think they have any choice.
Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Deion Jones in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now they'll run it with Cohen, and they'll get him down right around the 16. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And Parkey's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end. Line
of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Second and 10 now. Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there. Ryan to Jones. 43 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On 1st down, Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, You'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And Bryant's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Gotta go.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Gotta go.
Here's Trubisky. He hits White, complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, 18. Lock in. Lock in. Sit up. 180. Red, up. Gotta go.
Now Trubisky on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Now the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Drops it off for Coleman. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That good for 19 at a 1st down. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
I know exactly why he tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes.
Gun!
3rd and long. It's Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Hey, gotta go.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's got this down to the 35. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hurry!
On 1st down, Trubisky sliding out of the pocket. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this is going to be intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. And they'll try the ground game here with a running back. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They go play action with Trubisky. Throw left side complete. That's Burton. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And a loose football. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now Ryan on first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it.
And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, 29 yards. And the Falcons capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Gotta go.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. Now the ball comes loose. Trubisky now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. Trubisky finding White on a big play. 54 yards.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there, for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal.
Hurry, hurry. Lock in, lock in. Gotta go.
They'll run forward with Tariq Cohen, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This is where you're probably weighing the score and the clock. 3rd quarter, so maybe it's a little early to start worrying about how much time is left in the game. But if you kick the field goal, you make it a 2-score game. A tough balance and a tough decision for any coach to make.
And Parkey's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
20.
On 1st down, Ryan. Here's Sanu on the catch. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let him know right away I'm throwing it. I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary 1st step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll take it up past the 25. to the 26-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. The field goal we just saw has us now at a one-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball. But here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. That second down run, a big help as 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now. Play action. It's Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Trubisky. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, gotta go.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they try the right side here. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 3rd down, Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And an alley to run. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Trubisky to throw on second. On the left side, a catch by White. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
Red, up.
They go play action here on first down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. On second down, Freeman. Freeman a first down and more. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I want my running back hit as I hit.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick.